Hey everybody, and welcome back to Dicing with Death, where Quolnir has bested Sturge once and for all.
Eviscerated him in his
Yes.
own grape dungeon.
Mm-hmm.
How dare you?
Okay. I
Um,
quickly go back to my sister, Allwell,
yeah, she's still sort of in a daze.
and I try again to lift the circlet from her head.
Um, yeah, sure. Make another saving throw versus spell.
Failure again.
Yeah, there don't seem to be any ill effects of trying at it, but it's not. Doesn't appear to budge.
Fuck.
You notice that the sapphires on her temples are pulsing light.
Quolnir shakes his head and lays her head down on the ground. It's a metal circlet, right? You said silver or platinum? Something
Yeah,
like that? Um, Puts the circlet against some hard. Is the treasure room has stone floor, right?
it does.
Place the back of the circlet square against some of the stone floor, and roll her head so one of the sapphires is up,
Mm-hmm.
and then I am going to try and bash the sapphire to break it
Roll to
with
hit.
the hilt of my
Don't fuck
dagger.
up.
Don't roll a one. Don't roll a one, Neil. 20 total.
Okay. Excuse me. Let me see. Hmm. All right. You hear a loud crack. You can roll for damage if you want.
1 point of damage.
Yeah. So it makes an awful noise, but the circlet doesn't break, and neither does your sister.
I try and pry out one of the gems with my knife.
Roll a dexterity check.
Natural 20.
Okay.
37 total.
So you don't slip, but again, you're not able to pry the gemstone loose. What blade are you you're using? Sturge's knife.
Yeah.
What's this? I'm gonna roll a saving throw for the knife as well, which it fails. So you actually crack your knife, Sturge's knife blade,
Fuck.
or you chip the point off.
I curse quietly under my breath.
That weapon will get -1 to hit and damage.
Relax my sister's head and say, "Oh, I'll find a way out for you, I promise." And I head back over to Sturge to search his person. What has he got on him?
Mm, not much. There's a coin purse. Oh, I don't know that you care about money at this point. 17 gold and 18 silver.
17 gold, 18 silver.
Um, he had the weapons that you stole from him. He's wearing a suit of leather armor underneath his black robes. Um, that's about it. He didn't have a backpack or a bag or anything like that.
Hmm. Okay, he doesn't have any pouches at his side. He doesn't have any.
Just the coin purse. So you
Okay.
can on this for a bit.
I,
Where's
I
Michelle during all of this?
But my sister is just hanging out in the
Michelle,
treasure room. Michelle is heading.
you should go back to the hotel.
Yeah, she's heading back
Grab
to the thirsty bear or the drowning bear or whatever it is.
the drinking
The
bear.
drinking bear. I knew it had to do with water.
He was thirsty. He hasn't drowned yet. He's drinking.
Okay, that's a good way of thinking about it. Um.
Okay, so she's probably back at the tavern now, nervous and drinking to ease those nerves.
Yeah. Uh. Michelle will try and get the. I have a plan for Michelle, but I don't want a metagame. So Michelle's gonna
Yeah, I was
wait.
gonna. Do you
Like,
realistically, how long do you think she would? It would probably she'd probably give him most of the night before she realistically does anything active. Would be my guess.
I think
Right.
she would probably wait until dawn
Mm-hmm.
and then play her hand again.
That's a lot of hours. Can
Yeah,
Qualnir really wait that long?
maybe, maybe not.
He's not a patient man.
Okay,
So yeah,
so
Michelle's drinking and trying to make the usual pleasant gossip with the locals that she's so useful for. But
Quolnir takes his weapons and returns to the entrance to the treasure room.
hmm
The main entrance, the big entrance.
yeah, you're pretty well splattered with blood. You are wearing your ninja clothes though, so it doesn't quite show. But if the weapons are in your hand, they're dripping blood.
And once again, I try to quietly open the door.
What's your move silently?
9 to 5.
All right. You more than just try. You shift the door open without a sound. Do you open it all the way?
No, just enough to once again peer into the hallway.
Okay. You're once again peeking. You see no one.
Nice.
You can hear a conversation going on at the far side of the room. Uh, you actually can make out the details, but they're quite boring. You can discern that it's two of the men at arms talking. They're making lewd jokes, comparing their wives to farm animals.
It's fine. Okay. I'm going to. What do I have a skill in? I don't have a skill in this, do I? I don't have ventriloquism or anything like that. Praising, mountaineering, swimming, heraldry. These are shitty ass skills for this situation. Okay. I'm going to make my best Sturge voice. And I'm going to shout.
Do it for me. What's your best Sturge voice?
I want to know what I'm going to shout first. Guards! Get me my book with the ruby in it. It's on my bed. Go quickly.
Book with the ruby in it? All right. Roll a charisma check. You actually hear a startled jump from just the other side of the door. You hear
22 charisma.
slapping of leather on leather. 22.
Mm-hmm. Don't ask questions.
With the yes,
Just
yeah,
get it.
You see someone run past you like that.
Okay.
Oh. Okay. So you saw one man. You can see one man of arms run up the staircase.
Okay. And
Presumably from just behind, just the far side of the door. You think if you had opened the door any wider, you would have probably smacked into him.
Okay.
Actually, no, the door opens inward, doesn't it?
Yes.
Okay, so you probably should have seen him. Oh well.
Whatever. I
He
opened
was
the
out
door.
just to this. Yeah.
I open the door a little bit more and just keep opening it slightly more and slightly more slowly. I mean, I'll take 15 seconds to open the door the whole way.
Okay. So you slowly, you reveal an empty wicker throne with a single man at arms standing next to it. You
looking
open
out towards the front door.
looking towards the front door. Yeah. You open a little further. You see a door similar to yours across the way. Not recessed in the wall, but just another wooden
Is there
door
another
on the
man of
front.
arms there?
There are two. Yeah. God, move closer.
So I actually see.
Two having a conversation next to each other.
Fuck me. There's 3 in this room.
There are. So you've got the door opened like 90 degrees. You're now staring at those two guys who are having a conversation.
Do I see any of my?
No one
stuff in the room?
actually notices you, or at least takes notice of you. Say that. Say
Do
what?
I see my backpack and my gear?
Oh. You do not.
Okay. I am going to take the dagger and hurl it at the guard by the throne, by the wicker
Okay. All
throne.
right. Roll to hit.
Okay, d20 plus 6 for missile adjust, plus 2 for surprise. Right?
Yeah.
18,
-1 because of the chipped
17.
tip, but it still sinks deep. Roll for damage.
D4 minus 1. 1 damage.
Whoops. All right. He shouts,
And I come
takes an arrow in the
running out
shoulder.
after the dagger, just like bolting across the room.
You see his jaw drop, his eyes going wide with horror, and he drops his spear and makes a break for the front door.
I change course and go after this guy.
They turn to look at you. One turns to look at you and he says, "Oh fuck, it's the Spectre!" And he shoves his buddy and starts pushing him for the front door as well. Run for your lives! The ghost of Ashenholt is back!
Okay, I slow down and let
And
them
these
escape.
3 men-at-arms proceed to just bail out the front door.
Okay. I turn and head. I take a look about again for my gear.
You do not find it.
Okay. I hide underneath the staircase and slightly behind the. Actually, can I hide on the side of the staircase, like over here between the staircase and the wall?
Yeah, there's sort of a little crook in the wall. It's like a spiraling
Perfect.
staircase. It doesn't fit perfectly against
That's
the wall.
exactly where I want to hide. And
What's
then
your
I
hide in shadows?
60. But I'm hoping on top of that, there's someone coming down the staircase wouldn't see me there. Like they'd
Yeah.
have to. I'm
You're
hoping they'd
pretty
have to
well
look over.
tucked in this little nook. And you wait. Are you looking up the stairs or what?
No, short sword in hand. I wait for the sound of footsteps.
A couple minutes later, you do realize in this time that you've left this door wide open.
Yeah, that's
Is
fine.
that fine? Okay. A few minutes later, you hear footsteps down the stairs. You see that
As I
same
hear
man at
them,
arms returning with a pile of books.
as he starts to come down the stairs, I want to come up behind him and put my sword at his back, like at the actually not his back, but the back of his neck.
All right, so you sort of circle around and get him at the base of the stairs.
Yeah.
Roll. Well, nothing actually. Are you stabbing him or just?
No, I want to put the steel at the back of his neck so he knows that he is in a compromised situation.
Yeah. You're able to do that just fine.
Okay.
What do you say to him? He stops.
Drop your gear. Drop everything.
You hear as a pile of books drops to the floor. Uh, he starts to turn to look at you.
Where's my stuff? Where's
You
my
let
backpack?
you let him
Where's
get a
my
glimpse of
sword?
you,
Yeah.
disheveled and dirty, caked with mud and blood.
Where is it?
Uh, um, he in the lower barracks. He says, and he points to the door across.
If you move too suddenly, I'm gonna run you through. Now walk to the door and unlock it for me.
He said, "Please, don't hurt me. I'm just a mercenary."
Open the door.
He opens the door. Before you is a staircase going down just a couple of feet, and you see light flickering from below. Actually, more than enough that it's a basement, but it's just a short staircase into the basement.
Lead
And
the way to my stuff.
you hear loud noises,
What sorts of noises?
the voices of men laughing and joking, the sound of dice clanging against the table. Dices.
How far down is it?
I said it just down here, the base of the stairs.
Can I see? I look down the staircase. Can I see the stuff?
Roll a perception check.
17.
No, you don't. You're looking down the staircase. You can see the foot of a bed.
All right. You're going to go down there. You're going to get my stuff, and you're going to bring it back, all without saying a word to anyone else. If they talk to you, you wave them off like you're on duty. And if you deviate, even the slightest, I'm going to throw this sword into your throat.
And if I do this, you promise you won't hunt me down?
I'll let you go. I swear it on my
You
name.
you won't haunt me?
Go quickly.
Or my parents?
Go quickly, or I'll say boo.
Please don't haunt my mom. And he, yeah, scurries down the staircase and comes back a few seconds later with your backpack, holding it from the broken strap.
Okay.
He doesn't make eye contact with you.
I need a new bag.
You said I could go.
I did say you could go. Now I'm saying I need a new backpack. I can't carry this one. Go find me a
He
sack.
sets your backpack on the stairs and goes back down. You hear inquiring voices below. What are you doing back so soon? Blah, 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 blah. Join us for a game. Why do you look so pale? He returns a few minutes later with a small standard issue backpack, leather pack. He dumps his things out onto the staircase and hands you an empty bag.
Put my
And tries to
equipment
slink away.
in that bag.
He tries to shove your whole backpack in there. How much equipment do you have?
I've got. I don't have my rope. I have a local map, a potion, a letter, some pieces of paper, a key, a quill, some flint and steel, a personal seal, some chalk, some sealing wax. You know, some darts in there, and some ink files. It's pretty.
Okay.
There's not a lot.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So he starts transferring your stuff.
When he finishes, I say, "Go, run out of the castle, and don't look back. I never want to see you here again."
All right. He says a prayer as he runs off out the front door.
I go over to the barracks door, if that's what it is, and I shut it, and I look for a way to lock it.
It doesn't lock from the outside, or
That's
from this side.
Grumble, grumble.
You're standing alone in the throne room of Ashenhold Keep.
So I put
You
all
have
my
most of your
equipment
stuff.
on. I get my.
You realize your weapons are not with it.
My weapons aren't with it?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck
You
me.
recall setting them down on the ground upstairs as you surrendered.
I thought they would.
So your darts and stuff are there, but your short sword and blood and rat cleaver.
Okay, I go and I
The
close
last you saw them, they were three stories up.
I go close the door to the treasure room, and I proceed up the stairs back to where I was captured.
All right. You're walking up the staircase. Roll a perception check.
21.
All right. You hear footsteps coming down the staircase as you're going up them.
Up these staircase right here in this waiting room.
Yes. So yeah.
So
I assumed you went up you went up the left staircase.
No, I would have gone up the right. Right makes way more sense.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. That's what I was assuming. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it appears to be coming down the same staircase.
Okay. I keep my sword drawn, and I start to run up the staircase towards whatever's coming down.
All right. You hear a clang, clang, clang. And you come face to face, or rather, like face to belly, with a man armed in chainmail.
I try and run him through on my way up the stairs.
Roll initiative.
10 initiative.
All right. He goes first, and he fumbles for his sword. Say, "Who the hell are? How did you get out?"
I am the specter of Ashenhold,
you
and
up
I
and
am
down.
here to slay all who get in my path.
The You don't look very spectry to me.
Ask Sturge about it.
He lowers his sword to point at you. And he says, "You're going to need to slowly step backward down the staircase."
This isn't the wounded guy, is he?
No, this
That's,
guy's new. Brown hair, blue eyes, a big bushy mustache that you don't recognize.
I glance off the side of the staircase. How high up do these stairs go?
You're about 12 feet up where you are right now, looking down at the floor of the room below you. It's a full 20. The ceilings are 20 feet high.
I wish to push him over the railing and down below.
Unfortunately, you don't have a wish spell, but you can
But I mean, I'm
try and
going
do the
to,
old-fashioned way.
like use my sword to. I want to close with his sword and then
Hmm.
slam into him and shove him off the edge,
All
like
right.
a bum
As you
rush.
lunge forward, he tries to meet you with his longsword, but misses. You
Nice.
roll to hit just to break into his guard.
9.
9 is not enough. You aren't able to. If you want to make an unarmed attack, you're going to provoke an opportunity attack. You
No,
aren't safely within his guard.
fuck me. All right. I back off.
All right. He doesn't lunge. He keeps his sword lowered at you. And he says, "Back up slowly," and he backs you to the base of the staircase.
I go
With
willingly.
his sword still pointed at you. Set those weapons down.
Hell no. You know the
Uh,
Sturge? He's gone. He's dead. You see this floor? It's supposed to have 4 guards. Ask yourself, where are they?
He looks around. Where's all the blood? And then he looks you up and down, a little confused.
You walk out that front door and don't look back, and I won't come after you. Your leader is dead. Your men have fled. There's no reason for you to die here. There's nothing left worth fighting over.
He sort of circle strafes around you, longsword still in hand. Can I get my men out? I, I.
Leave your men there. They don't need to worry about this. I have nothing to do with them. And I don't trust you not to rally them.
All right. He circle strafes around you and backs towards the door,
The front door?
the front door.
Okay. I watch him. Does he exit?
Yeah, he exits out the double doors.
I sheathe my sword and run up the stairs to the 3rd floor. I guess I don't have a sheath, so I just hold it in my hand while I run.
All right. You make it to the 3rd floor without incident.
I look for my gear.
Your sword. So you're back on the. Oh, wait, yeah, the the top floor, right? Where
Yeah.
you first came in. It is the
Second
third
to the top
floor,
floor.
but it's like it's 4 stories high.
Right.
So the first floor is like double high ceilings.
Right.
So you come back to the scene of that original battle. You see the blood spatters, but your weapons are not where you set them.
Fucking hell, I mutter under my breath. And I quickly.
So which way did you? So you went through the kitchen again. The cooks were back to work. They gave you your space as you walked through. So you're now in this hallway, staircase leading up to the roof, and then the hallway with the 2 doors and the 2 windows.
Oh, shit. Okay. I actually. This is the 2nd floor, right? Where I lost. Or the 3rd floor where I lost my gear. The floor
Yes.
below the big bedroom and the big study room, right?
Oh, you're right. You're right. You're right. So it's actually it's the 2nd floor. Okay,
The
the third.
2nd
Okay,
floor?
yeah, sure. All right, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Yep. But anyways, the layout is still the same.
Right.
So you didn't actually go through a kitchen. You went
Right.
through the barracks. Oh shit. So we're gonna have to roleplay that. I'm
Yeah,
sorry
let's
for
roleplay that
teleporting there
then.
already.
That's good. That's good.
All right. So the door is closed.
At the top of the staircase?
Yeah. Well, it's around the corner. So you get to the top of the staircase, and there's a door to your left that you don't know,
Right,
or
that I
that you
haven't
have not
been through
investigated,
ever.
and a door to your right
Um,
that you went through the first time. That was one of the barracks.
right.
Mystery door or door full of guards?
Mystery door. I listen at the door before I go in.
Um, you don't hear anything obvious. Sounds to be silent.
I open the door.
All right. You open the door and you see a long hallway around the side of this building. The map is no longer relevant. That's a map of the top floor.
Right. Are there
Um,
any doors in this hallway, or is it just an
it is
open?
it is dark. There's some light shedding through the windows along the side,
Mm-hmm.
and then there are three doors. Sorry, four doors down the length of the hallway.
I go up to the first one and open it violently. Sword drawn, and sword goes in first.
Hold on just a sec. All right. You open the door to a small bedchamber. There is a candle lit on a desk, and a man promptly stands up from the desk as you burst in. Declare actions.
I
Roll
look him.
initiative.
Is he wounded? If he's wounded, I want to talk. If he's not wounded, I wish to stab.
He doesn't appear to be
I
wounded,
attack.
so you can make your attacks. He's still seated at this point.
Okay. D20 plus 4, no surprise.
No surprise.
19, natural 15.
That is a hit. You sink in. He's totally unarmored.
2 with the short sword. And D20 plus 3 is a 7 with the dagger. That's a miss.
It's a miss.
Yeah, I did pick up the dagger off the ground.
All right, so you graze him with your dagger, and he stands up from his chair, puts his hands up, and starts looking around the room. Let's roll initiative.
2.
All right, you go first. He's like,
What happened
his words.
to the weapons that were left on this floor when I surrendered?
Ooh.
Where would weapons be taken from if someone was disarmed? Tell me now, or I'll throw you out the window.
There's no window in this room.
One in the hallway.
Sturge took them
Where would he have taken them?
to his bedchamber.
Good. You're gonna take me there. I keep my sword pointed at him and back out into the hallway. You make it through this, I'm gonna let you go.
All right, you start to back out, and he lunges for a long sword that's lying on the other side of the room.
Rookie mistake. I would like to
You
make an
didn't.
attack if I can, but
Yeah. Did we roll? We rolled
I
initiative
got a
that.
2. Oh.
Yeah. So you can go first.
7 with the sword and 23 natural 20 with the dagger.
All right. Roll double crit. Yeah.
8 damage with the knife. Oh, actually, that should be a 1, a 3, and a 2 because it does D4 minus 1.
Oh yeah.
So that should be 6 damage plus a saving throw versus death.
Yeah. So he wails in pain as you sink the dagger deep.
So that's a total of 8 damage to him so far.
I think that's a fail. So go ahead and roll your results.
Ooh, I don't think that's anything significant.
Doubtful.
Yeah, no unusual effects.
All right. He draws his longsword, quivering, holds it up in defense as he clutches a bleeding wound on his side. How did you? What are you?
The Spectre of Ashenholt. Now,
Some of the color drains from his face.
take me to Sturge's bedchambers without alerting anybody.
He lowers the sword and starts to
Does he
make
drop
for the
it?
doorway. He's holding it limply in his hand.
Drop the weapon. Drop it.
Clang, 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 clang. All right, he clutches his bleeding wound as he staggers around the corner.
Good. And I push him
Actually,
down the rest of the
there's
hallway.
not around the corner. Yeah, out of his room and then down the hall, the way
Yeah,
you were
it
headed.
should be like down the hall to the left, I think.
Yes, down the hall to the left,
Yeah, and then
circle
around the
around.
corner.
Yeah, you pass a couple of doors. One of them, you hear some moaning behind,
Yeah, leave it be.
and you circle, go up a staircase.
Hmm.
Um, oh, wait, no. This is okay. Yeah. So you pass the scene of your fight.
Right.
Blood splatters on the floor, but no sign of your weapons. And then you go up to the top floor,
Right, which would put me at the
and
back side of
then
the staircase, right?
he
Yeah.
gestures to Sturge's bedchamber or
I
to the
gesture
bedchamber.
for him to open the door for me.
I don't have the key.
Try it anyway. It should be unlocked.
He tries. It is not locked. It's locked.
All right. Well, he can't unlock it. I attack him and I say, "Sorry, I had to come down to this." And as I completely and utterly miss him with my sword, and then I bring my dagger to bear with a 21 natural 18.
That is a double crit.
Yeah. Oh, that should be a 4, 3 into 1 is 4.
And one more
Yeah,
die.
RD 4 minus 1 plus another 2. So 4, 5, 6 more damage. So total of 16.
All right, he's still standing.
14. Holy shit, seriously?
Yeah. Ugh. What the? You said you'd.
I don't trust you.
He makes a lunge. He jumps out the window. This door is next to a window, and he just crashes through it.
I poke my head up and see what happens to him when he falls. Does he get up?
Um, no, you see a twitching body, like 40 feet below, 30 feet below.
I shrug and set to work with my lockpicks to open the door. 84 out of 95.
That'll open it.
Okay, and I walk
Find
in the room.
yourself in the same. You would enter this bedchamber, but from the other direction, I believe.
Yes. I look for my short sword and a rat cleaver.
Not in the bedchamber.
I
There's
go into
another
the
door
next
at the
room.
far side of the room.
Yeah.
Yeah, you find a candle lit still on the table with your two weapons sitting on the desk.
I toss my crappy ass knife and short sword to the bed, to the floor, and re-equip myself with my proper weapons. And then I also take, I'm going to say, 3 minutes to look around the room to see if there's anything that talks about the Red Duke.
There's a few books on the shelf. Like history-ish books. You don't have time
I'm
to
looking
read through them.
for modern writings that are signed by the Red Duke or reference the Red Duke. 5 minutes. It'll take 5 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah, roll a intelligence check. Yeah, intelligence check.
Natural 1.
All right. There's papers on the desk. In your rush, you don't have time to. You don't read anything thoroughly. You're just sort of rifling through. On first glance, you don't notice anything.
Okay, cool.
5 minutes pass.
All right, I head back downstairs and head for my sister's chamber, the treasure room.
You okay? You see, you hear footsteps coming up the staircase as you're going from the second floor to the bottom floor. Which staircase do you take?
Oh, I see what you mean. I would have taken the right staircase. Coming downstairs, it would be the right. If you come in through the front door, it would be the left.
Okay.
Because that's the side that I want to head towards. So
All right.
it would be.
So you hear footsteps echoing up the staircase.
I break into a run down the staircase, sword and rat cleaver in hand.
All right. You rush down the staircase, swords overhead, and you enter an empty throne room.
I whirl about. Who's here?
The Spectre. No, you don't see or hear anything immediately.
Just freaking myself
detect noise
out.
or anything?
No, I stop and I listen for a moment, but if I don't hear any footsteps readily, I'm going to shake it off and run straight into the treasure room.
All right, you make it back downstairs. Your sister lying where you left her.
I I look at the wealth. I pick out the best bits. Not no coins, just whatever art objects are
Yeah, as you're
around.
filtering through it, you're like, for a keep, this is really not a very impressive treasure trove. You actually look and you see like where dust has settled around chests that have already been taken. It looks like this room has already been looted.
Yeah.
But that said, there's probably thousands of gold worth of coin and several valuable objects still strewn about.
I grab the
Um,
valuable objects if I can.
yeah.
Fit
So
in my bag.
you pocket. You've managed to find 4 gems still scattered amongst the trove, along with a couple of silver goblets, a pair. There are the vases that you assume are valuable, but they're flat, fragile, and large.
I
Up to
won't
you
take
if you want
them.
to. Yeah.
No. If they don't fit my bag, it's
Most
not
of the
worth
wealth
it.
is in precious metal bars, which are
I ignore them as
probably
well.
impractical to carry, even gold.
Okay, I'm just making notes of where I got this loot so we don't forget later. So I just grab the gems and the silver goblets, toss them in my bag, get my sister over my shoulder, and I make for the front door.
Okay. Um, are you able to carry a 100 or so pound person?
Yes, yes, I am. I can carry 145 pounds without at movement rate 3. So let's add up all my existing weight. £39 plus how much? How much does she weigh?
Um, say 100. If plus or minus 10 pounds or anything makes a big difference, we can get more specific. But
I'm at 139 out of 145, not including coins and gems and necklaces and shit,
including your sister
including
or
my
not?
sister. Yeah.
So you're just
Um,
like staggering down the street.
we're doing 20 coins to the pound, I believe.
Yes.
So that is 5, 6, 7 more pounds. That puts me just over my max. That puts me at movement rate 1.
We can say she's a little under. I mean, if she's like 90 pounds, does that make a difference?
Yes, that makes a huge difference.
All right. I mean, so I don't
I
know if
mean, if
this,
that's the case,
I don't
I
know if
will.
that's what you want to argue, but no, she's emaciated.
Yeah.
I mean, she's not her healthy
I
self.
mean, I
So
will
she's a little lighter
disclose
than,
if it becomes questionable like within a matter of pounds,
yeah,
I
she's
will
probably,
drop my extra clothes. I will strip down to
I
basically.
don't think, yeah, I mean, she's lighter than you were expecting.
Okay,
She's probably closer to
cool.
90.
I fireman's carry her, fireman's lift her, and walk out. Because that's max press that you can lift above your head and still walk. So fireman's carry is a
Yeah,
lot easier. A properly loaded person can actually carry quite a lot.
quite a bit more than they can press overhead. Yeah.
Ryan once upon a time carried 5 semi full grown people on his back.
Some of them were tiny people.
Some of them were tiny people. Ryan carried 2 full grown people, 2 tiny people, and 1 medium sized person.
I squatted in Nathaniel at your wedding.
You did squat Nathaniel, which is pretty impressive.
I considered asking Big Scott, if he would let me try, but
Oh, that would have been
it was a
great.
rough weekend. I didn't want to exert myself.
Yeah,
275 squat is,
it's pretty good.
yeah,
In dress clothes, in ballet
yeah,
slippers, having had a bunch to drink.
yeah. I wasn't ready for that attempt.
Also,
A
having a
barbell's one
wild
thing, but
Nathaniel on your back is not exactly the same as a pair of weights.
well, he's only like 220.
Is he?
Yeah.
God. Anyway,
Anyways,
anyways.
so you walk out the front door. The yard is a little hectic. There's the couple of men at arms that you had let go
Hmm.
are currently, you can hear them shouting as they're raiding the stables off to the side and
I
preparing to flee.
shake my
Um,
head at them
with a
and
few other guards that were out here in the yard that have joined them. So there's just maybe a half dozen people off to your left looking to make a getaway.
You know what? I like that. I head towards the stables. Can't carry her by myself.
All right. You approach the stables
I
just
I put
as
my sister down.
um, you see five horses, five horsemen fleeing out the back, and then two guys on foot chasing after them. Wait for me!
I look through the stables. No more horses.
By the time you reach there, no, and the men have fled your path.
Fine.
There is a donkey
Oh,
and a cat.
perfect. I
Donkey.
throw my sister over the donkey and
And
and I lead it out the front door.
all right. The front gates are wide open, and the guards that were positioned here appear to have fled.
I proceed back to the drinking bear.
All right.
Sister in tow.
Yep. She slumps off the donkey or slumps down the side of the donkey from time to time. You've got to keep her upright, but you manage to make your way back to the drinking bear, probably around third bell, middle of the night.
Is Hank still out front?
Um, you see his wagon parked out front. Yes, the horses are not there.
Good.
Like the horses are stabled.
Okay. I go and I put my sister in the wagon in the carriage,
Okay.
and I leave. I tie up the donkey to the cart too, and I
Mm-hmm.
go inside and ask the innkeeper where Hank, the carriage driver, is.
um, yeah, Michelle probably rushes to greet you before you can
Oh,
do
good. I
anything.
didn't know if she was going to be
She,
awake or not.
oh, actually, that's up to you. I assume she would still be, but maybe not.
I think if it's like middle
She,
of the night, she probably would have been trying to get some sleep to
okay.
for her work tomorrow. She's kind of already resigned Quilnir to not making it back.
All right, sure. All right, then you find the night watch innkeeper.
Hmm.
Uh, um, yeah, he's up. Actually, he points across the barroom where Hank's drinking alone at a table.
Thank you, Mister. I say, um, and I walk over to Hank. Hank,
Oh, oh, join me for a drink. What happened to you? You look like shit.
I think it's time for us to go
Right now?
right now.
Whatever you say, master. Let
This is what
me.
I like to hear.
I don't know if I can find a stable boy at this hour. And he starts just daggering out the door.
I hand him 10 silver coins. This will get you a stable boy.
He sets a silver down on the bar as he walks out the door, and my bar tab.
And I go upstairs to find Michelle. Wake her
Find her
from her
asleep
sleep.
in her room. Um, yeah, she's probably not as excited to see you as you are to see her. You were There were a few minutes there where you're probably good 20 minutes there where you weren't sure if you were going to live or die.
Yeah. All right, Michelle, I got my
Oh,
sister.
hi.
We're gonna get out of here. Come on, let's go. Get your shit.
All right,
And
you
we
rouse her
make for
from
the
her slumber,
carriage.
make for the carriage. 10 minutes later or so, you're ready to go. Creaking out of Ashenholt in the wee hours of the morning with Michelle, just like old times.
Yeah.
Only now you have an unconscious sister with a.
And also, we're heading north to the next town.
Yes, that is what I figured.
And when I get Michelle in the carriage, I ask her to remove the circlet from my sister's head because I don't think that I can do it.
Mm. Oh my God, what is this? Is she okay? And she does the
I don't know.
girl thing, checks her.
15. That is a pass. Wait, I think that's a pass. Her saves aren't written down, but I'm pretty sure that's a pass. If mine is 13, hers is probably 15 or something. Rogue. Oh yeah, yeah. Her base is 15. So
Okay, so she wrenches the circlet off of your sister's head. The sapphires stop pulsing once you wrench it free. You see on your sister's temples are these fuzzy blue marks left behind where the circlet was pressing against her. Um, Her face looks a little less stressed and contorted, but she's still on the edge of consciousness. Um,
Ah well, ah well, I say, tapping her cheek lightly.
um, do you have? What was I going to say?
Balls of steel?
Do you have any light source inside the?
No.
Okay. All right. So her eyes crack open. Qualnir,
Oh well, are you okay?
are you trying to sneak out? Mom and Dad will be so mad. She regains consciousness and proceeds to ramble incoherently. She appears to recognize you, but is malnourished.
I shake my head. Oh well, we have to get out of here.
Your carriage is currently moving.
Yeah. What?
You take the curving road down the northwest slopes of Ashenholt Hill
What happened to you?
along the river.
How did Sturge
Uh,
get you? Where have you
how
been?
did
Why did you
how did
follow
who?
me?
Where did I? What?
What is the last thing you remember?
Mm, we were playing on a tree swing. Do you remember? Down by the river.
You know what? You need some sleep.
The lights were so beautiful. Did you see the trees?
Oh well, shut your face and go to sleep. I throw some
You
clothes
woke
over
me
here.
up.
Throw some clothes over here and look back to Michelle. I go, well, that went differently than I had expected. Sturge is dead, and I recommend we lay low in the next town for a couple of days, maybe a week until we can rest up properly. Go find those bandits who took my dagger, and then make our way home. Thoughts, Michelle?
Yes.
I am NPC. I do your bidding.
She's not an NPC. She's a
I am
henchman.
your henchman. I do bidding. Cool. Then
Um,
we kick it until we make it to the next town.
yeah, just after dawn, you make it to this nameless town um, south of the lake.
Cool.
Small little farming village. There's, of at least one inn here where I think you replaced horses on the way down.
Hmm.
You get a room there.
Yes. And when I do so, no, I we just get a room. I also tell Hank that unless he wants to stick around for a couple of weeks, we will no longer be needing his services. On the other hand, if he wishes to stick around for a couple of weeks, we will probably need him then.
There's not a lot of work here in the farmlands.
All right.
Um, if you'd like, I can come meet you in a couple of days or a week.
Come back in 2 weeks.
You're trouble, but your coin's good with me.
Good. And
2 weeks, he says.
2 weeks.
All right,
Also,
I'll be in Seagate in the
if
meantime.
anyone asks you if you've met any strange elves on the road, I'd appreciate it if you said nothing to him, or her, or whoever they were. And I hand him 5 platinum pieces for his trouble.
He shakes his head and pockets them.
You never saw me. You never went to Ashenholt.
Nope. Kidnapped by fairies in the night.
That's the one. See you later, Hank.
He drops you at the entrance to this tavern. On the sign is a small worm with a smiley face. And he,
Looks like
his
we're the
horse is
early
dropped off.
birds. All right. So my question to you, Ryan, is: we've been at this for like 2 hours and 45 minutes or so. Do you
Hmm.
want to continue from here? Do you think this is a good stopping point? How do you feel?
It's a reasonably good stopping point.
Hmm.
Um,
I just don't know if
I
you
mean,
have
if we
the.
do another session, it will be, well, you could do the whole tracking the bandits thing.
Yeah, I could track the bandits. Probably wouldn't have time to get
There's
into
also
the.
some logistic stuff.
Well, I'm down to
Yeah,
keep going. Whatever you think.
I think there's, well, maybe we should, chat's gonna riot, but maybe this is
They'll
a good stopping point.
they'll riot all the time.
Um, maybe we should, well, maybe we should discuss on stream. We have talked about putting Qualnir on the shelf, correct?
Yes. I would like to
So I feel like we're
shelve.
getting really close to that to a good stopping point in the campaign. But I'm thinking we'll need at least one more session,
Yeah,
even in any case.
I would like to get Bloodletter back or fail to get it back,
Hmm.
and then get back to my theoretically completed house and set my jeweler to slave labor and then end
Yeah,
it there.
and that's a pretty stable place to shelf it until you feel like playing Qualnier again. XP.
Cool.
And yeah. So you heard it here. It sounds like a couple more weeks of Qualnier. Live or die.
Just in time for Ryan. Ryan's new characters will be just in time for the new year, or the new
Yeah,
year will be just in time for Ryan's new character.
we planned it that way.
Yes, totally planned it.
Experience. Let's
And
see.
maybe Ryan will play a solo wizard. The hardest thing to
Maybe,
solo.
maybe.
That's the
Um,
that's when you start like hiring mercenaries
yeah.
and and brute squads.
Just sit back shooting fireballs. If you can get your fireball, if you get your fireballs, you're pretty much safe.
Well,
Anyways,
yeah.
so I think it was two knights that you wound up defeating. One defeated you. So that's 270 for each of those guys. So for a total of 520.
540?
Let's say six. I think seven, yeah, 540. Six men at arms for 35 each. So six times 35 is 180.
210?
210, yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
750 so far.
And then Sturge, let me pull up an experience calculator.
Sturge.
He was a seventh level rogue.
Ooh, that's one level lower than me.
Hmm. He would have. I figured he would be a good fight for you at this point. With you at full HP with
Yeah.
Bloodletter,
Ooh, that would have been good.
and but the dice were in your favor. Took him without getting touched. Where
It's a
is
lucky
that?
couple of rolls.
Can you link me your calculator again?
Yes, I can.
Is there anything else I'm forgetting? I think he's the last.
I think that's the last combat thing.
And then I'll let's see.
I
Oh
did
shit.
rescue my sister,
Mm-hmm.
and I did kill Sturge for
Yeah.
some sort of quest XP.
Yeah. Hold on a sec. Three. Let's say 3,000 for your sister. Um, I don't know. I don't know that you necessarily. Yeah. Oh, that'll be it for that sort of XP.
What about
Still didn't
loot
really.
from the treasure room?
Sure, get it appraised, and I can.
Do
I'll
you want
give you
to
G.
give me some appraisal checks right now? Or you want me to give you
Yeah.
that?
I'm calculating. I didn't. I rolled his HP. I didn't have it written, so I'm trying to remember, or at least average.
My appraisal is 12. So for the gems, it's a 31, and it's a 28 for the other things. The damage I dealt to Sturge was 8 plus. So that was actually 6. No, that was before it got shipped. Yeah, it's 8 plus 6 plus 6 plus 4. So that's 24 HP that he had. I did 24 damage to him, so he had.
So for third Sturge, you get 1393.8.
1393. Okay.
All right. Sorry. What were you saying?
My appraisal checks for the 4 gems was
Okay.
31, and for the 2 cups was 28.
All right. You're aren't I supposed to roll those?
Probably. If you'd like to roll them, it is a plus 12 modifier.
It's fine. Actually, yeah, I will roll them. Plus 12.
Yeah.
Okay, let me find my tables. Each of the cups is worth 500
Holy crap.
for a total of 1,000. Like gem encrusted silver goblets. You do not get an appraisal value from the gems.
No.
However, you do get 2,000 experience for them.
Okay. For the gems and the cup?
Uh, Total of 3,000 for the gems in the cup.
Okay.
Cups, 2 cups.
Right, right.
Michelle gets none of this.
Makes sense.
Also add that circlet to Michelle's character sheet, I believe.
Yes.
Although she doesn't have any items, does she?
She has 2 potions and a circlet. And no, 2 oils and a potion and a circlet.
You should at least have what equipment list I gave you when you got her.
Yes, I should.
And there are some
the issue
goodies
is that
in
I
there
have
that
since
you.
thrown away that character sheet before I transferred
Okay.
it over to the new hard copy.
There is a digital copy somewhere, but
Yeah, I'll find it. So that is 8,113 experience times 1.1 is 8,924 plus 73,368 brings me to 79,292.
still a long ways from leveling up.
Oh yeah, next level is 110,000. So
I can bring on the dragons if you'd like.
No, I'm only 30,000 away, which at this rate is about 4 sessions.
Yeah. Which we won't get.
No, we won't get. All right, I think that's it.
I think so. Thanks for joining us for this special random Saturday episode.
Yes, and we will see you next on Thursday, maybe?
Thursday will work. I will be back. I will be home for the holidays. So schedule will be different. So I don't know what time of day we'll do it, but maybe day, maybe evening.
Cool.
We'll figure it out. Keep your eyes on the Twitters.
And that's it.
Yeah.
That's it. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.